party hats. Boom, boom.
The whole go bang bang here. Let us begin.
I want you to keep an eye out for the Boogity Man.
VHS Bandits.
Boogie! Boogie! Boogie!
VHS Bandits.
Welcome to Coxwell
Don't
Academy.
need no DVDs, don't need no Betamax. These are the VHS Bandits.
Hey everybody, welcome to the VHS Bandits. This week we watched Meatballs Part 2. Let's pop in the tape.
This summer, return to a real hot spot.
I know a place where the four of us can go and
Meet new people. Breathe fresh air. Enjoy water sports. Fall in love.
I love you.
Bring the kids. Come back. The insanity continues. Meatballs Part 2. Rated PG.
Now playing at a theater near you.
And now, our feature presentation.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the VHS Bandits. This is me, Topher Hansen, and with me, as always, is my co-hosts
Counselor Dane Train.
and our special guest returning once again for some summer fun is Mike Ranger from the Video Rangers podcast. How's it going, Mike?
Hey, how you doing there? Hey,
That does not answer my question. You answered my question with a response from a fictitious character also asking me a question. But Mr. Indiana Travolta, it is going fine.
I brought my pinky. I'm ready to go.
Indiana Travolta, is it true that your pinky has more brains than your entire head?
I don't know there.
This is a fantastic back and forth.
Hey, Indiana, come over here. It's Indiana.
Wait, I'm Indiana. What was that guy's name? Bonko?
Boomer.
Boblo? Boomer.
Boomer.
Okay, I was way off.
Boomer.
Boomer, yeah. Yeah, he's the dumb guy in the movie. Actually, they're all the dumb guy in the movie, but he's the dumbest of the dumb guys in the movie.
Yeah, it's actually pretty striking how many stupid fucking characters are in this movie.
There's a lot of, like, this, it feels like an unfinished movie. It almost feels like a pilot episode of a TV show that goes on for an hour and 20 minutes.
The smartest people in the movie are like fucking 8 years old.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. The kids are definitely the smartest ones. And it opens up with the entrepreneurial kids selling the like bootleg candy.
Yeah, fucking Wayne from Wonder Years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Pee-wee's Big Adventure. He's the kid that goes roll. And so
I love that part.
yeah, it's the best. And Pee-wee's in this movie too.
And
Yes,
so they-
he is.
there's somebody else for Pee-wee's Big Adventure that I just thought of at the very end of the movie.
Who?
Flash's buddy who's like also from Brooklyn with the slick back
Yeah,
hair.
yeah.
He's the kid who stole Pee-wee's bike who goes, that's going to cost the extra bucks ton.
You're right.
Oh,
that is him.
wow.
Same guy.
Wow, good catch.
So weird. You think Tim Burton saw this movie and he's like, wow, we need to reunite the cast of Meatballs Part 2.
That could have been the case.
The chemistry was palpable. We must recreate the magic that was Meatballs 2. Although I don't think they had any scenes together.
You mean all
Maybe
of
at
them
the
once?
dance they were in the same room, but I don't think they ever communicated with each other.
Yeah, true.
Maybe when he got on the bus.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
the
that was
bus
it.
and maybe the dance.
Yeah.
Hey, let's talk about this box, huh? Hey,
What a
do you have
box.
Indiana Travolta, do you have a copy of this?
Oh, I got about 3 copies. I got one of those like CD movies. And then I got I got a videotape, and then I got this big fucking gigantic disc thing here.
Holy schmoly. That is, you got the laser disc.
Wow.
Dude, seriously, this fucking laser disc is so cool.
That
This
is
one of my prized possessions, man. It's fucking great.
Do you have a laser?
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Do you have a Laserdisc player to play it in?
I do.
Now, is that one of those laser
Dude, where
discs?
did you get yours?
I got mine off of Craigslist 2 years ago. I got it for $60, and it came with a box of movies. And then what I ended up having, it didn't have a remote, so I had to go on eBay, and I paid like 20 something for the remote.
Whoa.
Oh,
So,
okay.
honestly, it was kind of an investment. I'm not one of those. I never seem to find shit dirt cheap. You know, like those fucking people that tell you that they've got Laserdisc, they found it for $5.
Right.
Yeah, never happens to me.
Jeez.
Yeah, I was looking for a Laserdisc player.
Whoa.
You know,
Laser Dick. That's a
That's
synthwave band.
That's my nickname on the weekends, Laserdisc player.
You know, the worst part about it, honestly, is just having to flip over the movie. So if you can find one of the later Laserdisc players that will just play both sides without having to flip it, that's kind of the way to go.
I always remember being in like middle school and we watch movies like The Last Emperor
Sex
on
ed
Laserdisc, and you
videos
always have
and
to flip
shit.
it
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, that was.
What's the quality on a Laserdisc? Is it like DVD quality or?
It's probably like it's slightly better than VHS, slightly clearer. The sound is slightly better, and you can do some pretty cool things with Laserdisc. Like you know, in DVDs, when you're fast forwarding, it's like really fucking choppy. But
Yeah.
when you do it on a Laserdisc player, like it's so fucking precise. Like you kind of see like you can get it to where you see like every little frame.
Oh, wow.
So, and you know, like sometimes there's different cuts, you know, of the movie, and like they'll have extended scenes and shit. I mean, I kind of went out and I decided to buy Laserdiscs that are fucking weird. Like, why would you own Meatballs 2 on Laserdisc?
Yeah, why would you own a Laserdisc? That's the whole point.
So I can
owning anything on
so I can
Laserdisc.
watch Meatballs 2 on Laserdisc and then follow it up with Meatballs 4 on Laserdisc.
Yeah, buddy. I'm surprised that made it to Laserdisc. Meatballs 4 is still, besides the original Meatballs, I'm going to say it right now, Meatballs 4 is still my favorite subsequent Meatballs film.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
I'm
I can't-
sorry.
Meatballs 2
I'm
forever. The
sorry.
insanity continues.
It is very insane. This
They
movie
were-
is nuts.
You know, Corey Feldman was, to the rescues. That's probably why it's your favorite, right?
I mean, I'm a big Corey Feldman fan too. I used to read his blog and shit, but like,
Wow, he had a blog.
yeah, it was on his webpage. It was terrible.
Wow.
terrible.
CoreyFeldman.net.
Well, why don't you...
I think he is a net, right? I think he did go. It's either net or org. He
Or
couldn't
is it
just
like
be normal and get a fucking
Josity's
con.
dot-
Well, that's probably because,
CoreyFeldman.net.
like, in the 90s, someone probably bought up all of the fucking, like, CoreyFeldman.com, MerylStreep.com, or JohnnyDepp.com, and, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And it's like, do you remember, like, LimpBiscuit.com had to be, like, LimpBiscuit-.net or something like that? That was one of my favorite new metal web pages. Yeah! LimpBiscuit-.net! Yeah! Anyway, why don't you describe the cover of Meatballs 2
On Laserdisc.
on Laserdisc? It's the same cover as the VHS. So why don't you tell us all about it?
You know, actually, Meatballs 2 is actually one of my favorite movie covers ever. I love the poster. I have like an original fucking, Meatballs 2 poster.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And so that's kind of why I also wanted the Laserdisc, because it's kind of like an album, and you get, you can like really see it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of similar to the first one a little bit. I mean, except for in this one, it's just a school bus with a bunch of people crammed in. Of course, Pee Wee Herman is front and center, but he's not Pee Wee Herman in the movie, just in case anybody hasn't seen it.
Right.
It just, it looks insane. Like I'm gonna be in for the best time of my life. It also you would think that there might be some nudity in this movie.
None.
You would hope.
Well, there's a chick who's like mooning the glass on the cover. You got another girl.
Yeah.
You got people
Yeah.
smooching a girl. You got there's a bra that's hanging off of off of the pole holding the sign, and you got another chick in a bikini.
You can almost see the alien.
Yeah,
There's
you know
a girl lifting up the bus. Where's the alien? I don't almost see an alien.
You see the
He's
inside the
he's
bus.
in the back of the bus looking out the window.
This movie has an alien in it.
Yes.
For
Because in
anyone who
Brazil-
Never know
hasn't
it.
seen it.
Because in Brazil, it's called Space Kid.
It's called
That's crazy.
Space Kid.
Yeah, in Brazil. If you go on the IMDb,
It's a better name for this movie. It has nothing to do with Meatballs.
No,
No,
it doesn't. It
no.
doesn't at all. I love this movie though. It used to play on fucking Comedy Central all the time.
That's where I saw it at first.
Yeah, first time I ever saw it was at T-Man's house, like after school one day, and
Oh,
watched it on
really?
Comedy Central.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of fun, man.
I gotta say, I love the box that I have. Mine is a cut box.
Yeah.
VHS.
Oh, nice.
It's a former rental. It's got the comedy sticker on it. It's got a 2-day rental from Excalibur Video. And on the tape itself, let me just pull this bad boy out. It's got a 50 cent charge if tape is not rewound. It's got another Excalibur Video like barcode, and then the shiny Excalibur Video marking 1724 Southwestern Ave, Los Angeles, California,
Ooh, wow.
9406.
Local tape for you.
If label is tampered with, customer must purchase tape. And there's a cool like sword. I don't know if you guys can see this
No.
on Excalibur Video.
Oh,
They got
cool.
a sword going through their name.
That's
If
awesome.
anyone rented videos at Excalibur, I hope you didn't have to pay an extra 50 cents.
You know,
What about your box? Any good stickers or anything on your box, Dan?
Mine is super clean, and it's actually like yours. Mine, so it's an RCA Columbia Pictures home video where, just like my Hard Bodies tape, this also has the side flap to open it up, so it doesn't fall out of the bottom. It's like a side door.
That's
so it's,
unique.
So it's closed on all four sides, and it's like
That's,
super clean. And I don't like it because I wish it had stickers and patina like yours. Mine doesn't have a video store sticker or anything on the cassette. Mine doesn't have
Right.
anything on the cassette. It's too clean and nice.
Mine's clean too, and that's actually one of the things that kind of sucks about it. Because now when anything happens to it, I'm like kind of annoyed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like I actually prefer my cut boxes because they can take a beating.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Me too.
In
You
those
know, you
nice
can, like,
hard
roll
plastic
that.
cases. So
Why don't you read us the back of the box?
you want me to do it? Or you want Mike to do it?
Mike, why don't you do it? You're the guest, so the guest of honor. Read us the description of Meatballs Part 2.
Okay. You know what? I'm actually I was curious about this. Let me know if my description is any different from what you guys have
Sure,
on the VHS.
we'll
How about
follow
all
along
three of
at
us
home.
read it at once? And then
At
we'll
the
see-
same time.
see if something
Okay.
happens.
Oh.
This is gonna go poorly. All right, you guys ready?
All right, here we go.
Sure.
3,
1, 2,
1. Get ready.
Get ready for
Okay, mine
more
is totally different.
hijinks. Really? Whoa!
Yes.
All right,
Okay.
you read
Does
yours
yours
and then
really
I'll
say
read
that?
mine.
Fuck,
Yeah,
I should have got my VHS copy. All right, so I'll just tell you. Mine says Meatballs Part 2 is a madcap tale of fun and games at Camp Sasquatch, a crazy summer camp headed by the lovable, giddy Richard Mulligan, and filled with rowdy campers and hilarious counselors. There's a tasty blend of practical joke playing in this delicious comedy that features a surprise visit by Meathead, a wide-eyed alien clad only in a bright yellow raincoat. Trouble arises, however, when
Jesus
Giddy's constant antagonist, Colonel Hershey Hamilton Camp, owner of the rival Camp Patton, threatens to take over the oh my god, this is fucking terrible description.
There's
It's
a
so
lot.
boring.
That's a lot.
It's
They put the
boring.
entire script on the back of the laser disc.
Yeah, no, it's terrible. Whatever you guys had was way better.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
so different. Dang, go.
All right, so
Go.
Here we go. Meatballs Part 2, back of the box. Whoa. Get ready for more hijinks and inspired lunacy when a second helping of Meatballs goes to summer camp. On probation, a streetwise city kid named Flash John Mingotti, is sentenced to work as a counselor in training at Camp Sasquatch. But Flash loses his cool when he falls for a gorgeous coworker, Cheryl, Kim Richards. Meanwhile, the camp, headed by Giddy, Richard Mulligan, finds itself in deep waters. At the military camp across the lake, the nasty Colonel Hershey, Hamilton Camp, that's funny, is plotting to take over Sasquatch. It's up to Flash to save the day. In a wild and crazy boxing match against a hulking cadet, our hero receives unexpected help from an otherworldly source. For funny, outrageous comedy, it's Meatballs Part 2 from 1985.
Yeah, they didn't even mention. They hinted at the alien, but they did not mention an alien.
He's an otherworldly source. That's it.
An otherworldly source.
That's all he is.
That's where their funding for this movie came from, an otherworldly source.
Now, funny enough about things being different. Now, let me ask you this then, Mike. On the back of the cover of the RCA home video release, because they spell it out like it's totally gonna be a total sex comedy.
Teen sex comedy.
Because the top you have two counselors. One is this blonde chick with these huge titties, and one of the other counselors is looking straight at the party hats. Then down on the bottom right, you got a picture of Pee-wee being the DJ at the dance. And then on the right, you have a shot that's not even in the movie where you have some of the girl counselors and they're like wearing nothing but towels like they're in the shower. And that's nowhere in the movie.
I was like, I must have looked away.
I was gonna ask you if that was on the back of your guys' boxes. And, you know, we covered this this movie last summer on our show, and I don't know about you guys, but I used to get really lost into IMDb. Like, I would fucking sit there for hours just like going through and reading like all the shit about every movie.
Right.
And I would always I was obsessed with like, when are they going to make Lost Boys 2? And you know, what do people have to say about Meatballs Part 2? Because none of my friends would watch this shit growing up. And there used to be this really detailed trivia section on Meatballs 2, man.
Whoa.
And like, it had a list by list, like just detailed list of all the shit that was cut out of the movie.
Oh, no way. Crazy.
Yeah, and it's not there anymore. If you go there now, it's not there. But it used to be there, and it would say like that there was contract disputes, that some of the girls that appeared nude didn't want to be nude, you know, so they had to edit all this stuff out. And what's great is like, I think that picture on the back of the box proves that might be true.
Oh,
right,
shit.
yeah.
Wow, crazy.
Weird. This would be a better movie if it had some party hats.
Absolutely.
I'll say that.
I actually tell you, the only thing that makes this not an all-time sex comedy classic is that there's no nudity in it.
Yeah.
It's got everything else. It's got a fucking alien. That alone just like, lifts it up.
I think this is the best PG sex comedy I've ever seen. Because I mean, all things considered,
I'd agree.
It's totally a sex comedy because you got the counselor who's always trying to like find a private place to go with this other counselor, so the two of them could like make out. And then like you got everybody's trying to see dicks that they call pinkies in the movie. It's crazy.
They're looking at Playgirls.
Yeah.
The whole movie, the one counselor is like obsessed with the other counselor's fucking party hats.
Yeah.
You know, there's a skinny dipping sequence. There's a guy walking around flashing people. I mean, it's all there. There's Flash is smoking weed at some point in the movie. I mean, it's got everything.
Yeah.
The alien smoking weed.
Yeah, I really think that's the only thing that keeps it out of the conversation is that there's just no nudity.
Yeah.
I would love to see a director's cut, and maybe there would be a plot in this movie as well. Because really, there's not. Like I said, it feels like a pilot episode of a TV show because there's like all these side stories that really have nothing to do with each other, and it feels like it's just setting up these characters for their own wacky adventures. Gotcha. I mean, the alien comes into play in the like third act with the boxing match, but really, he has no effect on the rest of the movie whatsoever.
I mean,
well, if you count the boxing match at the end, he's
well. That's the only thing. That's the only thing he comes into play at.
It's the whole thing where the colonel from the military camp, which is across the lake. Which, like in every single camp movie, there is another camp that's always across the lake, across the drawbridge. It's not like it's right
It's
there.
local ordinance. There
Yeah,
cannot be one camp constructed on a lake. There must be a minimum of 2 camps, and
Directly
one
across from
has
each other.
to be either all girls or military.
Yeah, always.
And there always has to be like the plot line that whoever like loses the big thing at the end of the movie, like the camp is always on the line.
Yeah,
At
always.
least one camp is on the line all the time.
So in this one, it's the army camp. The camps are separated by a lake. So the army camp purchases the rights to the lake from an Indian fellow, and so then the Camp Sasquatch, which is good camp, let's say, military camp is like evil camp. So Camp Sasquatch guy, who is the father from Punky Brewster, or grandfather, he's the dude from Punky Brewster. He's like, oh no, we can't have a camp without a lake. Shit. So we'll pretend that there's Pee-wee is a Hare Krishna, and then this guy's like, I don't want Hare Krishna's. He's like, I don't know what his plan was really. Do you guys know? He's like, instead, I can't have a camp. So he's talking to the military guy now. He's like, instead of having a camp, we're going to build a temple. And then we're going to build in crack houses and like make it an urban ghetto in the middle of the forest. Right? Is that his
a
plan?
real hippy-dippy kind of place, right?
Yeah.
I think he just knew that it was going to piss the other guy off.
Well, yeah, exactly.
like-
Yeah.
But I mean, it kind of made sense, like what good is a camp without a lake?
Right.
What good's a camp without a lake, guys?
Yeah, but a monastery, whatever
Without
the fuck
a
he was
lake?
talking about.
Where they wipe
Yeah.
their
A
ass
monastery
their
with a
hands.
lake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't understand where that came from. But
I
do you
don't know.
remember, like, if you watch movies from 1975 to about 1984, there's a shitload of Hare Krishna.
Krishnas? Yeah,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
right.
It's so weird.
Like
Like, you
them at
watch
the
the first
airports?
Cheech and Chong movie. Yeah, and
Yeah.
Airplane, they're there.
Yeah.
It's just so weird.
I always
Where
remember
did they
seeing.
go?
I
They
was-
ran out of beads to hand people.
That's the
I
thing. Like,
guess.
if you watch Angel, they're in there. I don't understand, like, where this trend went. Where and when is it coming back?
I remember.
Maybe they all drank the cool Kool-Aid and died.
Yeah, the cool
Yeah.
Kool-Aid. I remember seeing a Purdue chicken commercial where the Purdue guy was talking to one of the Hare Krishna guys, like at an airport. And the guy's like, "Do you want a
Yeah.
flower?" And he's like, "Well, no, but we have all white meat that we bring to your supermarket."
I remember
that?
Oh my god. Yeah.
But
Holy shit.
that shit was everywhere, especially with them being at airports, and you don't see any of that stuff anymore. It's like it's
No.
passé for some reason. I don't know. You
It's
know?
not cool to be
Yeah.
a Hare Krishna anymore. And so Pee-wee comes in the office like slamming a tambourine and immediately changes in and out of this outfit
Oh,
because
yeah.
he's in the he's outside. He meets the guy, flips him off, and then like 2 seconds later, he's in a Hare Krishna outfit, bashing on a tambourine. 2 seconds after that, he's back in his Camp
Yeah.
Sasquatch outfit with his like Air Force. What is that thing that like World
It's like
War
a-
One pilots wear?
Yeah, it's like a hat.
Like his leather.
It's like an airport hat. And-
Yeah.
I mean a pilot's
Air
hat.
Force
And
hat?
the funny thing is,
Pilot's-
when
I don't know what it is.
when he's got like the robe on and he's walking around and dancing in the room, as soon as he leaves, if you look at the window, it's like pouring rain outside.
Oh, really?
Just
I
in
didn't
that one
notice
shot. So, but kind of backing up a little bit, so everybody knows, like, so Pee-wee is I don't know if he's a counselor or because he's the bus driver at the beginning, and he's like pissed off at all the kids, and one of the kids,
He's a bus driver / DJ.
yeah, he's just kind of there, like
/
doing random
referee.
stuff. And like he's all pissed off at this kid who's driving a motorized wheelchair that he's like racing to get to the camp. He's like, that thing's got a turbo
Right.
350.
See, that's the little things that I like about this movie. You've got an alien, you've got a fucking a motorized fucking kid on a like. I mean, that that motorized wheelchair is fucking cool.
Yeah.
That's another thing that's you always got to have that in like an 80s movie, like just some kind of gadget that just doesn't fucking exist, but it's awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Wheelchairs exist in real life. I hate to break it to you.
Not one like that.
not with the Turbo 350.
Yeah.
No, I mean that thing will blow your doors off.
But
yeah, and I always wanted a wheelchair as a kid. I didn't want to be a crippled person, but I did always think wheelchairs were cool.
I'm kind of with you. You know what I always wanted was the motorized sofa chair in the show Roundhouse that was on Snick.
Yeah,
my
yeah.
God.
That
You
dude.
know what I mean? I always saw that
Dude,
thing putzing around the
it
stage. And I was
looks
like,
so
shit, I would love to
comfy.
have that.
I gotta be honest with you, Roundhouse
Belly
was
shirts
my
all around
least
you.
favorite of all the shows on Snick. Roundhouse was
No
my least
shit.
favorite.
Come on.
I'll tell you why. Because these motherfuckers decided to give advice one day, and then they said, like, if your parents ask you where you're going, you should tell them that's for me to know and for you to find out. And it was so funny. Yeah, I tried that. I didn't go out for the whole fucking weekend. So fuck Roundhouse.
Shit, Roundhouse. God damn.
Whoa!
right.
Oh man, they were teaching you bad manners.
Yeah.
I wonder how much Roundhouse is responsible for domestic violence against children.
Well, my mother gave me a fucking Roundhouse as soon as I said that shit.
Whoa! Well, you know, funny thing, dude. I remember they had like some Snick sweepstakes giveaway, right? And it was like, you know, the one where they're like, oh, we're gonna like deck out your room, your bedroom, and Nickelodeon stuff. And one of the things that they were giving away was a Roundhouse chair. And I was like,
I remember
man,
that.
like this is my chance to get one.
Yeah.
And I honestly don't even remember if I submitted like an entry or anything like that. But man, I remember seeing that on
Right.
TV, being like, man, that'd be the best.
Oh,
But,
that's
oh
wild.
well.
If you're listening to this podcast and you are the child who won the Roundhouse chair, contact us at the VHS Bandits at gmail.com. We'll work something out.
Yeah, we'll
do a
trade
trade.
You, we'll trade you some VHS tapes for the Roundhouse chair.
Yeah. Anyway, so back to Meatballs 2. So basically the main plot of this movie is they're trying to get the rights for, so they make a bet. Whoever wins this boxing match at the end of the year gets the rights to the lake or the entire camp. So military, you okay there, Dan?
Yeah, I'm just moving my screen here a little bit because I just want to lay back on my futon over here.
You look very comfy.
There we go. Now I'm comfortable because my back was hurting me.
You look almost as comfy as if you were in the Roundhouse chair.
Yeah, I was super comfy on a Friday Snick night, you know, or was it Saturday nights?
Saturday.
It was
Of
Saturday.
course.
It would be called Frick.
Frick. Finick.
Yeah.
Finick.
Which was actually the original name of the show, but
I bet.
test audience complained.
Yeah.
I love that the aliens' parents are like a Jewish couple from outer space.
I'm like, his dad is so, his voice and his accent is so stereotypical. And
It's like Mel Brooks doing like any bit from one of his movies, you know?
Yeah.
Do you guys know who does the voice for Meathead?
No, do you?
His name was on the
it's the counselor Jamie, the one that's obsessed with the other counselor's boobs.
Is that, wait, he does the voice?
Oh,
That-
he does
that's
the
him.
voice?
No.
He's the one that does the voice.
Come on.
Yeah.
No shit.
I mean, anyone
Yeah.
could have done the voice.
Anybody.
Let's all do our best Meathead impression right now.
Okay.
Starting
Ready?
with
1, 2, 3. Hey, Flash, why are you such a dork?
all right, Mike Ranger up next.
Hey, Flash, why are you a dork?
All right, T-Man, do it.
Flash, why are you such a dork? I should just walk. I want to walk. I'm gonna learn how to walk around trees, and I'm Jewish.
And there you go. That proves that anyone can do the Meathead voice.
How about his dad? You want to do his dad?
Oh my God, I don't know.
Saying you going to the Crab Nebula for some seafood?
Hey, Meathead, who wants us to go to the Crab Nebula? We'll pick up some seafood.
That was terrible.
that was not good. Not good.
Oh my god. There's like
man.
a part. There's a part where he says something to his kid. I think when his dad's like when Meathead's telling him that he doesn't want to go to fucking Earth Camp or whatever.
Yeah,
he's
Earth
like,
Camp.
What's
That would be a
to
great
dog?
name for this movie. Earth Camp.
Yeah.
We
Space
paid
Kid,
$1 million
Earth
space
Camp.
bucks. They just dropped the fucking kid off. That's what I never understood. They just drop him off at camp.
Yeah,
he's
they
not
didn't
on
sign
a
up.
list. He's got. You don't know if he's gonna be all right. They
What
just
kind of
fucking.
Earth
have all of his
diseases he
shots.
might get? All
They
these
just-
pinkies waving around.
Yeah.
I do like when everybody arrives at camp though.
Oh, that's
Like,
some
I
funny
just-
stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
the bits are really lame, but I like it. I think it's funny.
I think it's funny with like the two fucking twin kids and then the mom talking to her daughter about like
I'm
don't
not
pay for
Barry.
pot.
I'm Larry.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the kids selling candy. It's
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like that
Yeah.
you got the guy and the girl with the braces and they get stuck together,
yeah.
You
I mean,
never see any of these people again,
Yeah.
other than little Jonah Hill, who's the fat kid, and the kid from The Wonder Years.
Yeah. But
Well, you got the one kid that's carrying the stuffed animals or whatever. He's
yeah.
he's in the dirt bike kid.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, I remember him from something, and that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, he's
So-
the one that's obsessed with tits in that movie.
Yeah. It's funny because
There's-
it's like
there's more
basically
bounce than
you
us.
have two casts of main characters in this movie. You have the CITs, or like the adults, and then you have the kids, and each one kind of has their own storyline. Obviously, one a little bit more than the other. Where you have you got Flash, the adult, and he's doing his thing, with the boxing and all that stuff. But then you have the kids, and they're dealing with this alien meathead, and they're trying to keep him secret until the very
But
end, and then he's just
there's,
hanging out with
not
everybody
even-
else.
There's no threat of the alien being found out whatsoever.
No,
Well, because Flash doesn't give a shit about these kids.
Yeah,
Because Flash
And
is a criminal.
he is a
right.
criminal. Yeah, he
Yeah.
has a record.
Yeah, in charge of small children, he's got a record because he's Flash the Bash.
Yeah.
Yeah, why would
I-
he went to he went to kid prison, and now they're taking him out of kid prison and bringing him into summer camp where he can be in charge of kids.
Yeah, and you find out in the beginning of the movie that he's fucking violent because his friend
Yeah.
tells him, "Yeah, remember when we whooped them mooks on the east side? Remember that?"
but his friend obviously
What have you
wasn't
been up
doing
to?
time.
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 And yeah, but so there's really no stakes in this movie whatsoever, really. I
Well,
mean,
you
the
got-
camp is up for
Just the
grabs or
camp.
whatever, but it's not going to happen.
It's weird because you're right. There's three sets of characters or three storylines. It's the kids, it's the teenagers, and it's the rival camp counselors.
Right.
And each one has their own. They're after their own thing. The kids don't want anybody to find Meathead. Flash and the girls are out to play with pinkies, and the other guys just want control over a fucking lake. Actually, Giddy doesn't even seem to give a shit. He just wants to be left alone.
Yeah.
And eat fucking.
Which one's he?
He's the
Giddy
camp
is the counselor from Sasquatch. He's
Okay,
the
yeah.
guy from Heavenly Kid,
Okay.
and he just wants to feed children horse steaks.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Speaking of that, real quick.
I like that joke, but they could have used the chef a lot more. I was
Oh.
expecting to see more chef.
The chef was by far probably one of my favorite characters in the whole movie. He's like cross-eyed, he's wacky and weird, and he's just making horse delicacies, and he's awesome. And at the very end of the movie, he's hanging out cross-eyed, eating hot dogs and trying to offer them to other people in the crowds. He's awesome. I wish that there was way more of him in the movie.
Yeah.
Maybe
I wish they combined him and Boomer. I would have liked to see if he was the reigning boxing champion, but was also the dumb French chef.
Yeah, that would have been great.
I'll watch that. I'll watch Meatballs 5. Chef's Revenge.
Yeah, he was great. I felt like there were a lot of other characters that are just kind of there, but they don't do anything. Like at the girls' camp, there's like these two girls who are at the beginning of the movie. They're like, hey, isn't this the same camp from Friday the 13th where they killed all those teenagers for no reason? Like they're just there. Like they don't really have a reason to be there.
You know what's funny about that line? That's actually where they filmed Friday the 13th Part 3.
Oh, no shit.
It's the same camp.
No kidding.
See, I wasted way too much time on
has
IMDb.
paid
man.
off. Years later, had you
Yes.
known that you
I had known, all this useless information is coming into play now that I have provided myself with the fucking access to the internet.
Yeah.
People can hear all my stupid fucking thoughts. It's great.
Yeah. Man. Okay. And the other thing, too, is on the storyline stuff. So back to, like, the teenagers, right? So you got the girls, and, like, every single other teen sex comedy, there's a pact. All right?
Yeah,
So there's a
absolutely.
pact
Right,
where the main
It's in my
blonde
notes.
chick has to see a guy's pinky by the end of the summer camp. And usually it's the other way around. Like you were saying, T-Man, when we're watching the movie, usually it's the
Yeah.
other way around. Just like in Loose Screws, where they make a pact where all the guys need to at least bang some chicks. Whereas in this one, the girl just needs to see a guy's pinky, and that's it by the end of summer camp.
Right. And I like that. I thought that was a good twist that, like, oh, the girls are the ones, initiating the sex comedy escapades.
Oh yeah. Like her brunette friend is like totally into it. She's deceiving Flash and this other chick. Well, I can't remember what the hell her name is.
Right.
But like they're doing everything they can to get the two of them together so she could see his wiener. You know.
Yeah, so she sets up so she's like, hey, Flash, Cynthia wants to go skinny dipping later on, so why don't you meet her down at the lake? And he's like, yeah, all right, I'll go skinny dipping day. And then she talks to Cynthia, and she's like, Cynthia, Flash wants to show you the stars. He wants to show you the Big Dipper. And then they go down there, and then, I mean, it wasn't executed quite the best way that it could, like, for maximum comedic effect. They could have, maybe it got cut out, maybe there was party hats, I don't know.
Well, she was on the list for people that did not want to appear nude after they had already done it.
God damn it.
Yeah, which I kind of understand because she's like a Disney kid. She was in Escape from Witch Mountain.
Right. And,
Well, don't sign the
she's in
initial
Tough
contract.
Turf. You ever seen Tough Turf?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is another I don't know. That movie's okay.
Apparently, according to my wife, she's like on some Real Housewives show, and she's got alcohol problems and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, she's one of like the main characters on that show,
Yeah.
or whatever the housewives aren't. I don't. Yeah, I've never seen it, but I've seen it on her list of because she was
The
also
Real
on
Housewives of Camp Sasquatch.
Yeah,
she was also. She was on a spinoff of Different Strokes called Hello Larry.
Oh, really?
For like a season.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, which is an awful show. Horrible. I don't know. Ugh.
Hello, Larry. Was it Cousin Larry?
It was Mr. Drummond's friend from college. He had like a radio station that was going out of business, and Mr. Drummond was supposed to give him money to save the radio station, and that was the spin.
Oh,
all right.
Yeah.
I didn't watch either of those shows.
Anyway, back to summer camp.
Summer camp. The song in this, what is it? The song
Waiting
is
for the
it's
summer
not as
all day long.
Oh, yeah,
Waiting for the summer.
waiting for the summer to sing that song.
Yeah.
exactly. Yes.
Did you notice that they said fun like 9 times?
Oh yeah.
They're like,
'cause that's
waiting
what
for the
summer
sun
camp's
and then the
supposed to
fun
be.
and the fun.
It's like the
fun and summer fun.
You probably don't know this, Mike, but in our neck of the woods, we have a water slide park called Water Country, and it reminds me of the
Water Country.
Water Country. Have
Come
some
on
fun.
down.
Da, da, da.
Oh, have some fun.
Yeah. It's just like the Water Country song from the old commercials. When the sun is
man.
blazing and the summer gets hot, Water Country's a very cool spot.
A really cool spot.
Yeah. So.
Oh, see, over by me, the commercials were always about beautiful Mount Airy Lodge.
Oh, Mount Airy Lodge.
Oh.
Yeah, beautiful Mount Airy Lodge.
That's pretty close to. That's pretty similar to Water Country.
Yeah, there you go. Oh man.
Fitchburg Playground. Buy some heroin.
Yeah, right. For those of you guys that don't know, including Mike, Fitchburg is could be a rough,
Not the
rough
best.
neck of the woods. I went to Fitchburg State College, so yeah. Anywho, so like, what the hell happens in this movie? Friggin' Flash and Meathead. Oh wait, so they end up calling the alien Meathead for no fucking reason.
No reason.
And he just goes along with it because at first I think he says
They find him in an outhouse for some reason. He's just standing on top of the toilet. Oh,
Yeah.
what we have to talk about the puppet or the suit. This is
okay.
This
All right.
suit rivals the My Pet Monster suit.
Oh, yeah.
As far as like
What, quality?
quality, yes,
'Cause, like-
or lack
Oh.
thereof. His arms,
Oh,
just
yeah.
floppity flopping around.
It's ridiculous.
His mouth doesn't move.
It is of the same quality as if anybody's ever seen Roger Corman's Fantastic Four. That's the quality you're getting out of this alien.
What?
Which movie?
Wait, Roger Corman's what?
Roger Corman's Fantastic Four.
Oh, I never seen it.
Oh, okay. I
you
wish I
probably
saw
heard
it.
of the myth. The,
Yeah,
you know,
I've
the
heard
story.
of it. Yeah, yeah.
If you go on YouTube, you can definitely watch it. It's there.
Oh, no way.
Mr. Fantastic. The effects for Mr. Fantastic are of this quality, especially the arms.
Oh, I gotta see it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually,
that
that's
makes
a cool
me
bootleg
wanna
tape to
watch.
own.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a box, but I don't have a tape for it.
Ah, well, you're gonna have to make one.
Yeah, I'll get one. Yeah, it's the copy I got had was covered in mold. I think I actually sent you a
no.
picture of it when I got
Oh
that
yeah,
tape.
right,
This last year.
right.
Yeah. But yeah, so this suit, it looks like a child made. He was trying to recreate E.T. out of modeling clay.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
like
he
a,
looks
like a
like
school
to
play.
me. With
He
some
looks like the
googly
guy from
eyes.
Basket Case.
Yeah, kind of.
little bit.
Yeah. It kind of looks like the whatever his name was from Basket Case. I just liked it, like his little hand just twitches as if like it's made out of foam, and in the middle is like a wire coat hanger, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Um,
It's like about to fall off at any second.
Yeah. Although I'm not gonna lie, I do like the effects when he walks through the walls because
I
it's
thought
like
that was really
that's
well
good
done.
too, man.
And
It's
the
old-
spaceship looked great.
yeah, old school
Oh, yeah,
rotoscoping.
definitely.
You know, the only thing that
I
doesn't
like
look
his eyes.
oh yeah, his eyes look good. The only effect that doesn't look so good is when the grenade at the end is following the bad guy. That didn't
Yeah,
look so
that
good.
didn't bother me too much. I mean, that was like your classic, like, you know, straight to video 80s. Maybe this was in theaters, but, you know, that didn't bother me that much. It was your typical, what was it? It was a green screen, you know, and they cropped out the
Yeah.
grenade and flew it around.
Could you imagine it's 1985 and
And you have to do this shit.
Well, it's 1985. You had seen the original Meatballs either in the theater or you rented it, and you're like, "Oh yeah, man, Bill Murray. Oh, this is great.
Oh my
Summer
God,
camp." And
yeah.
then you went to go see this, and it's this. What would be? I mean, to be in 1985 and think this is what Meatballs 2 is. Like I mean, I don't know if it was me, I'd probably be ecstatic. But I wonder what a lot of other people would have thought at the time.
This is nothing like Meatballs.
Yeah, which is
it's-
probably why I like it so much.
You don't
know-
like the original Meatballs?
Not that I don't like it, but like it's just so like down to earth. It's so like normal. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a good
This
movie.
is down to earth?
Like the first Meatballs
you're
is
talking
very,
about
it's
the
very
first
like
one.
normal, whereas the other three are just
okay.
fucking bonkers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that this movie just needed to take it. I don't think you would have recast. Obviously, Bill Murray was not coming back, so you almost need to make it a little crazy, and it needs to be over the top. And I think that's kind of what they were going for. And this movie is probably what started that. You know, how many wacky camp movies are there that follow like this movie?
Have you ever
like
seen
Party Camp? And,
Yeah, I was just about to bring up Party Camp, which is not
Yeah.
very good at all.
No, it's
So.
not. It's not. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
And you know what's another even worse one? Oddballs. You ever see Oddballs?
Oh, I have it in my collection. I have yet to watch it though.
It's fucking garbage, man. It's so
Yeah.
bad. Yeah.
Have you seen?
But I love this one.
I know. I think neither of you guys have seen it. I don't think anybody else on this planet but me has seen it. I have a movie called Oddball Vacation, or no, Screwball Vacation, which is a camp.
I haven't.
It's a summer camp movie, and it's fucking off the rails. I'll have to show it to you guys sometime.
Is it good?
No,
Okay.
not really.
No.
It's
Well,
you want. I mean, it's a sex comedy like where you're expecting a party hat, you get no party hat, and the movie literally has no plot. I don't even know if it's a
so it's
movie
Meatballs
that we
2.
could.
Gotcha.
Well, I don't even know if it's a movie that we could even like. We
Talk
could even
about.
discuss on the show, like if we were to do it for this
Right.
for the show. I don't even know if you could
Well,
even talk about it. It's like the time when we
that's-
tried to watch Bimbo Movie Bash, and you couldn't even.
Oh my
you couldn't even
God,
talk about
yeah,
it.
yeah,
You know.
yeah.
So.
But this movie, Meatballs 2, it's like one of those almost you can't talk about it because it's one of those movies where like nothing happens but a lot happens. You know what I mean?
I suppose I can see that.
There's definitely problems with this movie. I mean, I'm not saying that it's really like the best
It's the
movie
perfect
ever,
movie.
but I've got such nostalgia for it.
Sure.
You
I'm
know,
with you
like because
there.
I saw it so many times. You know, just running on TV between Comedy Central definitely played the shit out of it, and I could never figure out why. It must have been so cheap to show because I knew people didn't like it. You know,
Yeah.
like, and my dad would get upset with me when he saw this fucking thing on. He would just look at me like, "What the fuck, kid? Watch something else."
The hell's this
You know,
alien
and-
crap you're watching on TV?
Yeah, but there's definitely like it's not a perfect movie, but it's Meatballs 2. It's just fun to say that you're watching Meatballs 2.
I'm with you there. I totally agree. You know,
It's got that definite like jump the shark aspect to it, which I enjoy quite a lot. Usually that comes in like the fourth movie, like even like Friday the 13th, the girl has telekinesis in part 4. You know what I mean? So that's when they started like running out of ideas.
They're
But
going
nope,
to outer
Meatballs
space.
2. Well, where there's an alien.
when am I going to see
and he's,
Meatballs?
this guy's
in-
flying
Meatballs
around in a
space?
dress. Meatballs.
Yeah, well, that's
5 in
Space Camp.
space.
Space Camp,
Yeah.
right? There you go.
Oh man.
But
Space is fun.
you know,
Having fun in
it's funny.
space. Fun space.
because like, so obviously the first one is like it's plausible. It could happen in real life. Like it's you know, it's a pretty like regular. Like I said, it's down
It's
to
like
earth.
Stripes in
Yeah, it's just
summer
a
camp.
comedy.
Well,
That's
wait,
all
see, no,
it is.
wait, see, Stripes goes off the rails at the end because they like go, they get Uzis and shit. You know what I mean? And they go to like some like Russian USSR facility or whatever. You know what I mean? Whereas like,
Sure.
I mean like,
Stripes doesn't finish as well as it starts.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I always
It's like
felt
the
like
first half of Stripes in camp.
yeah.
So
I love
what I'm saying is, so you got 4 Meatballs. The first one is like a camp movie that could actually happen in real life. The second one is obviously fucking off the rails, crazy. There's an alien in it. There's a bear. The military camp across the lake. I mean, it's just bonkers.
I wanted
right?
this to turn into Bushwhacked so bad as soon as I saw that bear. But then the bear never really does anything. He just shows up
Just
and then
pops
walks
up.
away. And
So the thing is like, so you got number 2, you got all the crazy shit, and then number 3 turns into a complete total sex comedy with boobies, but it's about a porno star ghost that tries to help Patrick Dempsey get laid, you know, and puts a salami
and
down
then
his pants.
4 is the most normal.
Yeah.
It goes back to being more. There's no supernatural or sci-fi
Yeah,
aspects
there's no
to it.
aliens. Yeah,
It's just a straight up sex comedy.
yeah, exactly. But it's still goofy and wacky. That's the big thing where you kind of keep like.
but I think
You were saying?
Yeah, what's up, Mike?
Oh, sorry guys. No, I was just thinking like cuz the thing about Meatballs 4 is that it wasn't supposed to be Meatballs 4.
I don't think this was supposed to be Meatballs 2.
I don't know. I think 3 were supposed to be Meatballs.
Yeah.
The only one that really is a sequel is part 3.
You're right. Yeah,
Right.
of course.
That's the only one. But what else are you going to call it, you know?
I still feel like part 3 is still more of a sequel to part 2 than it is a sequel to part 1.
You're right in terms of like how wacky it is.
Right.
But they have the main, a character from the first. Yeah, I know. It's just it
Right,
makes
well,
sense.
I
The
feel
movie's
like-
called Meatballs.
Yeah, they have the rights to it, and they're like, all right, we already slapped the name Meatballs 2 on Space Boy or whatever it was called. And then they're like, okay, so for the third one, we'll bring it back to the original. We have this movie about a ghost called Ghost Sex Job. And let's just call this Meatballs 3 and change the a couple names around since we can preemptively do that with the franchise. You know what I mean?
Well, it's funny, too, because all three...
And then Meatballs 4, they're right back to fucking, let's just call it Meatballs 4.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, the funny thing is all 4 of them, even though number 3 doesn't even take place at summer camp, none of them take place even at the same summer camp from the first one. Because the first one was Camp North
Right.
Star, and then number 2 was Camp Sasquatch, and I can't remember what the one was in number 4, but I know it's not camp. It's not either
I
of
don't even
those.
think it was at a camp. It was at, like, a marina or something.
No. That's number 3. Number 3 was at like a marina. I'm talking about
Right.
number 4. Number 4 is at a summer camp. It's like a ski school.
Right.
I'm sorry, a jet ski school.
Yeah, water
summer
ski.
Camp. Yeah, water ski.
it's called Lakeside Water Ski Camp.
For real?
Perfect name.
Yeah, well, that's what it says on the back of the Laserdisc. But
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
But so let's get to the boxing match, I guess, right? Unless there's anything in between we need to touch upon.
well, the one thing that I always found interesting, the character Jamie that's chasing around Fanny, the one with the big party hats.
Yeah.
That you don't get to fucking see. That's
Yeah.
another classic fucking move. Like they tease
tease.
you with somebody and they don't fucking give it to you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But just like they're having like their whole, she's so weird about not wanting anybody to know that she hooks up with this dude.
Yeah, and the
But
head
everybody
counselor
is well
catches
aware
them
of it.
anyway.
Yeah.
And there's no consequences to it.
No, like no matter how many times they get caught, they still keep doing it. They're not getting any fucking smarter.
Just go to your
it's-
fucking cabin. You're a grown adult.
Exactly. I mean, he finally does try to go to the cabin, but then those fucking kids switch the numbers on the cabin.
Numbers.
But yeah, I always felt bad for Jamie. So
Poor
close.
Jamie.
Yeah.
Me too. He's never gonna find a girl like her again.
I know, he loves them.
Yeah, I was
Loves
thinking
them.
he's like the discount Rick Moranis, and then Flash is a discount Scott Baio.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Flash is not.
And that's not to say that they're like bad actors or bad at what they're doing. I'm just saying like that's like they look like them quite a lot.
Flash might be my least favorite character in the movie.
He's a real dickhead in the
Really?
movie. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
he's
I don't like him at all.
Yeah. I really liked. I can't remember what it is. I think it was Sergeant Foxworth. He's the gay right-hand man to the main.
He's also in a
colonel.
lot of shit. I couldn't tell you what, but I see him all the time.
Oh well, he's in was it Night Court? Was that what he was? He was.
I
was
think
he in Night Court?
so. Right?
Yeah, and he's in a movie with fucking Balki Baltakamos. What's it
Second
called?
Sight.
Second Sight.
Yeah,
Second
yeah,
Sight,
yeah,
which is
yeah,
a
yeah,
fucking
right.
great fucking movie.
Yep. He's funny as hell in this movie. I think he's awesome. He's really funny. I like his interactions with the Colonel. I think they
Yeah,
The Colonel was a little much to me. The like main Colonel guy.
You didn't like the main
General
Colonel
Patton?
guy? I thought he was funny. He looked like he was gonna shit his pants the whole movie.
I don't know.
I thought it was great.
I get the appeal, but yeah, it didn't do it for me.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. So get to the boxing match. Flash is fighting Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds, and he's getting his ass kicked. And out of nowhere, Meathead is just hanging out in the bleachers. Everybody else, nobody notices that he's an alien. Nobody cares.
I do like before the boxing match, like this is kind of a couple things. So Flash, the boxing match was supposed to be fought by Boomer, who I guess was the boxing coach for the camp or something like that. But the military camp sent the military students to go beat him up. And I thought one of my favorite jokes in this movie was they're like riling up the troops, these like 6-year-old kids in like a boat to go across the lake and do this like black ops mission. And he's like, are you ready to, if you finish this job and you do it well, you're gonna get ice cream tomorrow? And the kids are like, yeah. And he's like, all right, does everyone have their cyanide pills? Yeah. I thought that was great. Yeah. So they beat up Boomer so he can't box anymore. And then Flash is like, hey, I'll box for you for the camp for no reason because I have no stake in this. I'm going back to prison anyway as soon as I get out of here. But he takes over and he immediately doesn't do any training. He just smokes weed with an alien. And he does not prepare for the fight whatsoever. But on the counterpoint, the military guys have Ogre and they keep him in a cage and they feed him raw steaks. And they're just handing raw steak after raw steak through this like hole in a cage. You don't hear him eating though, so you just assume he could just be like putting them in a neat little pile somewhere else, or handing them down a long chain of various other caged humans that they have at this camp. Who knows where those steaks went?
Yeah.
But that brings us back to the boxing match. Continue.
Well, the funny thing about the boxing match is that you got this. I mean, it goes on for several minutes where they're fighting and fighting and fighting. And then Flash ends up on the floor, and it looks like he's going to lose. And then Meathead's eyes glow red, and he makes Flash fly up in the air. And you're like, yes, this is how he's going to defeat him in the ring, by him flying or whatever, right? So then, but then Meathead has to diverge his telekinetic powers over to this grenade that the sergeant is like, aliens! I'm going to kill them up with this grenade!
That was a great moment too.
That's great.
No one else notices this fucking alien, and this guy just goes, aliens.
Well, he was in a disguise.
He was in a raincoat. I'll give you that.
He was in a raincoat. I think that the best part of him flying around is that he's in a fucking dress.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it didn't make sense why he's in a dress to me, because they could have easily just gone anywhere else.
Well, he didn't have clothes because they kidnapped him, and he was like on the other side of the lake.
And
but then he runs into an office and puts on a dress,
because the office was owned by the gay guy.
Yeah,
I know, but he could have ran into his own cabin. No.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And
That's
I think
what I'm saying.
When we recorded this last year, we said that. We were like, why the fuck did he just go change real quick?
Exactly.
Because he's fucking Flash.
He's Flash. He can wear a dress. I'm not a dingus, I'm Italian.
Yeah, exactly. You know who they should have got to play Flash? The the caddy from Caddyshack. I ain't paying 50 cents for no Coke.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that guy.
Yeah. The thing is, like, I was expecting him flying around, and that would allow him to defeat Ogre, but no, then there's still like another 10 minutes, what felt like another 10 minutes of them just boxing normally. So I almost felt like they could have cut out the entire thing of him flying, and it would have been the exact same, you know?
Yeah. But then they'd have no reason to have an alien in the movie whatsoever.
And you have to have the alien in this movie, or else the plot would not have worked, of course.
Or else there's
right?
no Meatballs too.
If there's no alien in this movie, I don't like it.
You don't have a movie.
Right? Yeah, exactly. If there was
the
no
alien,
this movie would suck.
Yeah, because you've already taken out the nudity. You take out the alien, I'm fucking watching something else.
Then you got Meatballs 1. That's what you got left, is Meatballs 1.
Yeah, but like a bad Meatballs 1, because at least in Meatballs 1 you got Bill Murray.
Yeah,
who's incredible. Everything that Bill Murray says in that movie is what makes that movie.
Right,
because the music isn't great, the tone is fucking terrible. There's no nudity, and nobody gives a shit about Rudy.
Yeah,
but Bill Murray, like that part where they're in the fucking Kmart parking lot, and he's doing that fake interview, and he's talking about like fucking the kids are gonna sex education week. We're gonna fucking give these kids $1,000, and they're gonna go try to fucking conquer as many countries as possible. It's just awesome.
Yeah.
You know, that's what makes the first one. Other than that, you take Bill Murray out of it, it's garbage movie.
Yeah, you
Bill
got
Murray
Meatballs.
is the meathead of Meatballs 1.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, precisely.
Like Bill Murray's the meat, and everything else is just breadcrumbs.
That's
The
right.
balls.
And herbs.
And spices.
And pubes?
Spices. Yeah, meatless balls.
I don't know what we're talking about.
I don't know. You lost me.
Oh,
Some of them
man.
soy meatballs they sell down at Trader Joe's.
But then he wins the camp, but the grenade blows up the military guy. Or it doesn't blow him up. It throws dirt everywhere.
Yeah, and he just ends up in
but
bandages.
It made a mess.
Yeah, it made a mess. It made a
mess.
slight discomfort for him. But the Camp Sasquatch gets to own the rights to the lake.
Yes, and a pact is fulfilled.
A pact is fulfilled.
That's right.
In a camp movie, so that's how you know it's over.
Finally, she sees a pinky.
Yes, she did see his dick because the dress falls off or something.
And I love how like her friend leans over and she's like, "Now that's a pinky."
That's a pinky.
And they're like, well, that's why they call him Flash.
And then all of a sudden, after seeing that, she's like a complete fucking, a little bit of loose there.
Oh,
at
yeah,
the
she's
end.
not prude at all.
All of a sudden,
No.
she's just, now that I saw a pinky, I'm going to put my tongue down your throat.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's like, yeah. Yeah, she's got a pool
Step
back
one,
at home.
show pinky.
For when he gets out on parole to go back out at the
Yeah.
pool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she has
we-
to visit him in prison for a conjugal visit.
What are we
Man,
gonna
he
do in
could
your
be a
house?
murderer for all she knows. She could be in danger.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
who
mean, he
knows
did
where
whip
she's
those
from?
mooks.
And he's from the streets. So
He's from the wrong side of the tracks.
yeah,
That's for sure.
so
Wrong side of the pinky.
so that's
So that's Meatballs 2.
yeah, Meatballs too. All
The
right.
insanity
I
was
have
well
to
worth
say, yes, you're right. The insanity of this movie is worth the watch. But so I just realized,
Upon talking like Meathead,
Yeah.
that Meathead must be the actual nephew of my uncle the alien because they have the same voice.
Oh wait, for real? Wait,
Well,
did them by the
I'm-
same guy?
Do Meathead see this is
I'm Meathead, and I'm gonna walk through a wall. I'm your uncle the alien, and I could have stopped you from being kidnapped, but I didn't.
Holy crap, dude! You're right. I think it's the exact. Dude, they're probably from the same species for all you know.
yeah, and they look just as dumpy.
Yeah, dude. My uncle the meathead.
They have the same wiggly arms that
They
don't work.
do. Oh my god! Seriously, dude, they must be the same. They must have been made from like the same effects company or something, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god,
This is-
dude!
They are.
Whoa.
My uncle the alien is in the same universe as the Meatballs franchise.
Dude, oh wow, you just blew that up. Oh, that's crazy.
We blew this wide open.
Wow, I never thought of that. That's crazy.
That's my fan theory. Now I'm gonna write some My Uncle the Alien Meatballs 2 erotica. Excuse me. Anyway.
Whoa. Those are what I
shit,
call
ratings, huh?
meatballs.
You want to look up the ratings?
Pinky
We need
meatballs.
Kevbot back. Kevbot, come back.
All right, yeah, all right. So let's take a look at some ratings here. So I will do.
I'll do
you wanna
IMDb.
I'll do.
Yep.
I'll do Amazon.
Since
all right?
you're an IMDb aficionado, you probably already know.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, Mike,
Mike.
why don't you do that?
But no, I'm doing it.
Oh, okay.
I'm already in the middle of it. I'm sorry. I was just saying you have a good idea for the guess. I don't want to. Meatballs Part 2. Here we go. Oh my God, this alien just looking at me. All right. Woof. Okay.
All right.
Mike Ranger.
Yes, sir.
Out of 10 stars, what do you think Meatballs Part 2 was rated? There have been 2,003 votes.
I think that people gave it a 5. About a 5.
Okay, Dane Train, Meatballs Part 2, out of 10 stars
I'm gonna
on
say
IMDb.
6.5 stars.
Ooh, neither of you were close at all. It is 3.5. Mike was the closest.
Whoa.
Yeah, I could see.
3.5 out of 10. That is probably one of the lowest ratings we've had for an IMDb flick on
That's
our
a
show.
goddamn shame.
I agree.
Goddamn
What's wrong with
shame.
people?
That's ridiculous, man.
All
It's
right.
way better than a 3.
So, the VHS copy up on Amazon out of 5
It's
stars.
better than...
What do you say, Mike?
On Amazon?
Out of 5.
Out of 5. It probably got a 2, I guess.
Okay. How about you, T-Man?
I'm going to say 5 stars.
Ooh. No.
Oh.
It got
I figured
3
I'd test
out
my
of
luck
5
there.
stars. So middle of the road out of only 5 reviews. And
only 5.
one of the
Wow.
reviews was a 1-star where he goes, Movie Hound John says, this is one of the worst movies of the 80s and maybe of all time. No, not one laugh, chuckle, or even smile to be had in this waste of time film and of your life. 90 minutes, you'll never get back. The Pits. No stars
Oh my
for this
God. That's
mess.
how you know any review that has the phrase X amount of minutes you'll never get back. Go fuck yourself.
The title of his
That
review
is-
is Meatless Meatballs 2 Mess.
Oh my God.
You know,
what is this guy
what a
doing with
dork.
his life
This
that
guy's
he
a real
needs
dork.
to take the time to review, give a bad review to Meatballs 2, as if someone's like, oh, I'm thinking of buying Meatballs 2. Let's see what Dingle Dork Hot Dog Boy thinks about it. Uh-oh, he says I'll never get these 90 minutes back. I better stay away from Meatballs 2 because it's meatless. It has a fucking alien in it, you dingle dork. Come on.
But he
What do
also
you want?
complains that it's one of the worst movies of the 80s. And if you think that, then you clearly have not watched enough 80s movies.
He's never seen Vice
No,
Academy.
seriously.
Because, yeah, fucking
It's
look
in
at
the
Vice.
top
exactly.
1 million movies of the 80s,
Yeah.
for sure.
Go
Never
watch
seen,
fucking Oddballs.
Never seen Dorf on Golf.
Ugh, that sounds
I don't know if that was
terrible.
in the 80s, but I'll give it to you.
There you go. All right.
Go
so
watch
all right.
fucking Galactic Gigolo.
Oh, jeez. Ugh. All right.
You know,
let's
I used to own that, and I don't know what I did with it.
Did you
Oh,
get
man,
rid of
I
it?
would love to see Galactic
I
Gigolo.
think I did, man. Because I used to like trade tapes with a lot of guys on YouTube when I was like doing that whole Indiana Travolta thing.
Yeah.
And I think I just gave it to somebody.
It's probably for
that
the
would
better,
be
dude.
Yeah, that
the
fucking movie
Deuce Bigelow
sucks.
jumping the shark. Deuce Bigelow 4, Galactic Gigolo.
I'd go see that.
There you go.
I would see Deuce Bigelow in space.
Hell yeah, I'd see that.
I still think The Animal's a good movie.
Oh my
The
God. We
Animal's
got
a
to do
good
the
movie.
animal.
I
kind of
like that one too.
The Animal and the Hot Chick.
I was just talking to some people the other day. The Animal's a funny movie.
Oh Jesus.
You guys got to give The Animal a
I
chance.
put
Anyway,
animal parts in you.
Meatballs 2.
I put Meatballs 2
who wants
in
to?
you.
Mike, why don't you give us out of 10 what? Pinkies, 10 meatheads, 10 Jewish aliens. What do you want to do?
I like pinkies.
Out of 10 pinkies.
pinkies.
You know,
How
that works
many
pretty good.
pinkies can you
because
hold?
It kind of goes in line with our episode on Meatballs 3 where we did Rudy's Rock Hard Salami Dicks. So
Yes,
works good.
This
Yeah.
time
Works
it's
perfect.
pinkies. That's awesome. Which, by the way, I really like that Meatballs 3 episode.
I love Meatballs 3 too.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, but I like your guys' episode on it.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, love Meatballs Part 3. All right, anyway. So out of 10
Oof.
pinkies, I'd give it 8. 8 pinkies.
8 pinkies. That's a lot of pinkies.
All right.
It is.
All right.
Dane Train, you're giving this a million pinkies out of 10.
I am giving Meatballs 2 10 out of 10 pinkies.
Oh my God, you fucking. You're a shill for the Meatballs franchise.
Oh,
they
you
paid
bet,
you to
man.
say that,
Listen,
didn't
man,
they?
I'm a fan. I'm a big Meatballs 2 fan. I have a framed fucking poster.
I don't know how
You
you
gave it
didn't
a
give it a 10 out of
reasonable
10. Do
review,
you
though.
want to revote?
No, it's not that. You know what? I just like honestly, I think what keeps it away from being a 10 is that there's no nudity in it, and it's really what the movie's missing.
Without the party hats, it's still a 10 out of 10 for me. What can I say? Still 10 out of 10.
I can't blame you. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I love this movie to death. I would definitely rewind it every summer.
Every summer.
Once a summer, I would watch it. Absolutely.
Are you ready for the summer? Time to watch Meatballs.
Are you ready for Meatballs too? Yes, I am.
All right.
It's probably it's my favorite of the 4 Meatballs movies. With
Dude,
number 3
like
being a close second.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I actually I'm with you on that. Part 2 and part 3 are fucking a whole lot of fun. We should host a fucking marathon where we do all 4.
And
oh man,
number 1 is Meatballs 1 is gonna be the last one that we show, and everybody's probably already left by that one.
That's what you do. You start it from 4
show the
and work your way to 1.
That's right.
Yeah,
exactly.
We'll start it with 4. You like 4?
I love 4.
Yes, we'll start it with 4. This way that we know that you'll at least be
take
there.
a nap. Come back for 2 and 1.
Oh man. All right, T-Man. How many pinkies for you?
All right, I'm gonna give this a good old Kevbot rating.
Oh, come on.
Okay, no, I feel like I'm gonna do a 6.5 pinkies, 6.5 pinkies, 1 circumcised pinky.
Ah, all right.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I mean, I like the alien, but I feel like like I said, there's a lot of goofy shit, but nothing happens. You know, so they could have really utilized more. I feel like that director's cut would probably be a 10 out of 10 pinkies or a 9, but without the party hats, with the like, the alien isn't really utilized. I mean, you have a fucking alien in your movie. He smokes pot and nothing happens. He like floats up for 2 seconds, then sits back down. There was just a lot of like wasted, or you know, the potential energy of this movie wasn't realized, and that's what I wanted to see.
I gotcha.
So 6.5 pinkies.
Fair enough. You know, it makes me think, like, if they would to put, it's kind of like, you know how there's like that director's cut of Alien 3 that's like 3 hours long? I wonder if there's some 3-hour cut of Meatballs 3 that exists. That's like some like hidden holy grail of 80s movies. Kind of like if you guys ever know of like Smokey and the Bandit 3. Smokey is the Bandit. It's like it's a movie that's never going to see the light of day. Well, I wonder if the director's cut of Meatballs 2, like if there's an actual copy somewhere out there that'll never be recovered, you know?
Yeah,
just like
maybe the
Smokey
director.
You know?
That would be great. If they ever did like release like a special edition Blu-ray or something like that, and where it had all that stuff, I would be all over that.
Yeah,
that'd be
me
fucking
too.
awesome.
Yeah, that would be. I feel like the director's cut would be a fucking great movie. It like
I'm
might
sure it
even be
is.
a classic.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's a much better movie with all the stuff.
Yeah.
And I wish that was still up on the IMDb page, because I used to fucking read the shit out of that. Like, man, I wish I saw that.
You should have printed it out.
Dude, it was like 2006. I was lucky I was even on the
You
internet.
should have printed it out and then print out your directions on MapQuest and drive to Worcester and then tell us all about it.
That's funny you say that, because that's how I used to get to Worcester.
Oh,
MapQuest. That's how you get anywhere.
Dude, I would print them out, and then I would drive to Worcester, and I would like kind of, I'd be guessing like, how far is 16 miles? I'll just wait 16 minutes and I'll get off at that exit.
Yeah, right.
Turn left at the Crackhead.
Oh my god. So, today I started talking to this guy who ended up being a big fan of your show.
No shit.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks,
so I
man,
told him that I
whoever
was
you
coming
are.
on, and that I would like mention his Instagram channel.
Cool.
Yeah, plug him up. Cheap plug.
So on Instagram, he is Tape Town Video.
Oh, cool.
Tape Town
And
Video.
He's one of like the Instagram guys that like sells tapes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he said he was a big fan of your guys' show.
All right.
Dude, thanks, Tape Town Video. So everyone go follow Tape Town Video and buy some tapes.
I also want to make, while we're on the subject, I also want to make a quick, cheap plug to Tape Collective. Let me just make sure that that's right, and we may have to like edit this piece so that way I don't sound like a fucking doofus. I'm sorry. Okay, all right.
Why do you sound like a dork?
I sound like a dork.
Hey, you turkeys, don't bug me. All right.
Yeah,
okay.
there's some good like 80s kid insults in this movie.
Yeah, there was.
All right, so I want to give a quick, cheap plug to Collection Therapy up on Instagram, who originally is from Massachusetts. He's down in Texas now. He's a good friend with Jason Champion down from Champion Video, who we recently had on our show. And he, just out of sheer kindness of his heart, he sent us copies of Cool Runnings and Celtic Pride. And
yeah, Celtic Pride is so fucking good.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
I like Celtic Pride too.
So
That's
hopefully we'll get him on the show to do those movies shortly. So that'd be great. So
nice.
Cool guy. Please everybody go follow him as well up on the Instagram. Don't be a dork and go follow him. So.
All right. Well, that's gonna do it for today's episode. I feel. I've been Topher Hansen. With me, as always, has been.
I feel like I've been Counselor Dane Train today at Camp Sasquatch.
Counselor Dane Train.
Yeah, I'm a dork.
And with us, as sometimes, as is.
Yeah, it's CIT Mike Ranger.
Yeah. So go listen to the Video Rangers podcast, everyone. I mean, come on. They did an episode on Meatballs 2. Go listen to that. See the full Video Rangers experience of Meatballs 2. You got half of it here.
And
now go get the other half.
And we're gonna be on your show again soon. We were just on your show recently.
Thanks for having us.
More
yeah, that
collabs
was
to come.
awesome, by the way.
Yeah,
that actually turned out really fucking well. And I'm looking forward to doing like a part 2 with you guys, because like I knew once we picked 5 each that was not going to be nearly enough to cover the endless fucking list you have of 1980s sex comedies.
Oh, seriously.
It was funny because none of us picked the same movie, really. I mean, we only had that one.
There was
just
one Loose Screws.
And
yeah,
the
that
thing,
was kind of awesome.
All 3 of us almost picked Zapped again.
Yeah, that's pretty funny, man.
Crazy, but yeah. So there you go. Yeah, so we'll be back on for that pretty soon.
Nice. All right, so that's gonna do it for the VHS Bandits. Be kind and rewind.